Hi guys, like I stated last time, I'm not going to do a normal movie review. I'm planning on doing, of course, still doing those movie reviews, but this time I felt like I should give a little context, what movies I like and what movies I don't like. So I decided to do a top 5 best movies all time and top 5 worst movies all time. Some of these movies haven't gotten terrible reviews, and some of these movies haven't gotten the best reviews. But I thought these movies are great, and I believe that there should be the top 10 and top 5 worst movies and best movies of all time. So let's get started. So with my number 5 pick of best movies of all time is Alien. Alien is a fantastic movie. It is Ridley Scott's first almost sci-fi, actually his first ever big blockbuster movie, and it has great aesthetics. It has great tension throughout the movie. It has that great horror feel to it, and it also has like very great mystery and suspense type feel to it. And the graphics are fantastic, especially for 1979. The best part of the movie is the acting. It gave Sienna Weaver her first outing as a blockbuster major. Now she's, of course, she became a great actress after that, and actually was in every single Alien after that. The best part of the movie, though, like I said, is the acting, but it's also the direction. Ridley Scott does a great job of putting suspense, putting these kind of tight, eerie moments. You're always on the edge of your seat, and that's why I put it at number 5 on my list of best movies of all time. All right, let me jump over to the worst movies of all time, which is that's number 5. It's going to be Fantastic Four, the 2016 movie. I hated this movie. This movie is one of the worst because I believe that it had so much going for it. It had everything going for it, and the storyline is inconsistent. It doesn't make any sense. The reason why they get together is just thrown together. Oh, you're good at cars. Let's make you an engineer on this project. It doesn't make any sense. And the ridiculous part about the movie is that it's trying to put more sequels. It actually thinks this movie's good enough where we're gonna get more sequels, and it also destroys everything great about Doctor Doom. Doctor Doom is supposed to be fantastic. He's supposed to rule the world at some parts. This felt like a whiny vlogger. Oh, you didn't give me my shot. You didn't do this to me. You did that to me. It's just whiny ass bitch for the whole entire movie. He looks retarded. His powers don't make any sense. He just walks by somebody and somebody explodes out of nowhere. It doesn't make any sense. The movie does not make sense. And it makes sense that he was drunk the whole time because Fox has been destroying his movie. How anybody would come in there drunk? I don't blame the director, even though I didn't like Chronicle. I thought Chronicle was a bad movie. Uh, I do respect that the director tried to do a different take on a superhero movie. This, they just ruined his movie, and I feel sorry for him. So number 4 in the best movies of all time is a very special movie to me. I saw it when I was a kid, and I've loved it since. Probably watched it at least 10 times. Of course, like I said, these aren't critical movies that these aren't like I said last time, these might not be critical acclaimed movies, like highly rated movies. Some of them are. Some of them are on IMDb's 250 page. I think actually all of them are, but some of them are like in the low 40s, some of them in the 80s. Some of them are. One of them is actually in the top 10. But Spirited Away is a fantastic movie. That's my number 4 pick because it is a coming to age tale. And I know it might seem cliche, but they do it in a world that's not of our own. So they do it in a fantastic job where they marry the world, the story, and the characters up fantastic. Because in the beginning you hate this character, at the end you love her, and she's fantastic towards the end, and you see that progression. I haven't seen it in a movie ever since. I've never seen actually ever. I've never seen it in a movie ever where she's become point A. I hated her, and point Z. She's a fantastic character, and that movie plays it well. It doesn't jump cut from her being an awful person to a best person. You see the transformation throughout the film, and it has a lot of themes in the film that a lot of people will not pick on, but if you watch it multiple times, you will actually pick up on little things that the movie does fantastic on, like greed and pollution and this and that, and it's fantastic. and it also does a better job on what it's actually inspired from, which is Alice in Wonderland. It's almost like an Alice in Wonderland movie, but it does it even better than that. It goes into deeper meanings and philosophies and everything about that in different areas and different events. It goes even beyond that, beyond Alice in Wonderland, and that's why I would give it to my number 4 pick. Alright, my number 4 pick for the worst movies of all time, The Happening. Now I have to say, The Happening is a fantastic comedy. It is a great comedy. It is hilarious. As a standard movie that's trying to be serious, stupid. It is one of the worst movies of all time because it has nothing towards it. The characters are stupid. They're cliche. The acting is god awful, even by actors that are fantastic. Or I wouldn't say fantastic, but I would say good. Mark Wahlberg is a good actor. Some of the actors in the movie, they ruin franchises. Zoe, I forgot her last name, something, something, something. She is bad, really bad in the movie. I've seen her in other movies. Even Yes Man was not that great of a movie, but she did a pretty good job in it. And I'm surprised that these actors did a bad job. And I think that's because the director, M. Night Shyamalan, had a very... And that's why... And I think it's because of M. Night Shyamalan, because M. Night Shyamalan directed these people wrong. Directors usually pull greatness out of their actors, like a Stanley Kubrick or something like that, or like Albert Hitchcock. They pull this greatness out of the actors, and I think it's opposite in this fact that he kind of made them shit, and made the character shit, and made the situation shit, and everything about it's just garbage. The whole movie doesn't make sense. There's inconsistencies in the whole movie, like when the toxins don't even hurt certain people and do hurt certain people. It doesn't make any sense. Certain situations are like one situation here is applied to this situation, and they're basically the same situation, two different results, and it doesn't make any sense to me. So that's why I would put on my number 4 pick of the worst movies of all time. Coming in my 3rd pick is Apocalypse Now. It is a 1979 movie directed by Francis Ford Coppola, and it's a movie adaptation of the 1800 book Heart of Darkness. Heart of Darkness was about the colonization of Africa by the British Empire. This is about the Vietnam War and taking over, kind of like colonizing the Vietnam War almost. The movie follows our antagonist, Benjamin Willard, and in his pursuit to find Kurtz, which is a officer that's kind of gone rogue. He's kind of gone AWOL almost, and he's not really falling into the structure that the government wants. He hasn't done anything wrong, but he can't be controlled anymore. He's doing his own thing, and so the government wants to get rid of him, wants to kill him. So Willard is there to assassinate him and kill him off. Kurtz is played by Marlon Brando, the late Marlon Brando, which is a fantastic actor. He is a very smart character, and the movie is very smart. It doesn't show you a bunch of just action scenes like a majority of war movies. It is really grounded. A detective movie almost. It's trying to find out why this guy is being targeted, why is he doing this, why is he doing that, and it comes down to because he can't be controlled. There's a lot of themes in the movie. Themes about prisons, the themes about disconnects from the war, like USA citizens and generals in the movie, with trying to basically demonize these characters when they shouldn't be, or not knowing what the war is even about. They're too busy eating their fat steaks, making money. And it's a criticism on a lot of things, and it's a very great movie. It's a very fantastic movie, and the acting is top notch. Martin Sheen plays Willard, and he does a fantastic job as a kind of guy that's breaking down that the war is basically fueling his sanity, his actual sanity, and the war. And when he's outside the war, he goes insane. It's very cool to watch. Very frightening to watch. So coming in my number 3 option for my worst movies of all time, at number 3 spot is Jack and Jill, or basically Adam Sandler Cash Grab, if you want to rename it like that, because it is a cash grab. It's nonsense. It's 5th grade writing, it's 5th grade dialogue, it's 5th grade jokes, it's 2nd grade humor too. It's just not funny, and the movie is almost obnoxiously bad. It is so obnoxiously bad that I couldn't even watch all the way through. I had to literally stop the movie, pick it up, watch about maybe 30 minutes to to 45 minutes of the movie and then stop again. It's just that obnoxious. The only good thing about this movie is that Al Pacino is in it, but Al Pacino is pulled into the movie by some money hungry Adam Sandler. So the only reason he's in the movie is because he wants to make a paycheck. And I'm not faulting him at all. I'm just saying it's sad that they pulled him into the movie. It's sad that he's even associated with this shit. I mean, it's so obnoxiously bad. Uh, Jill is a worst character probably of all time. I've never met a more obnoxious, annoying character in my life. Adam Sandler plays both Jack and Jill, but I just it's just not funny. I could make a joke right now that would be funnier than anything else in the thing. My comedy's not funny. I'm not trying to be a funny person, but my comedy even in this video is more hilarious than anything out there. Anything in those jokes are not funny. They do not hit. There's a scene where it's a commercial and it turns into a musical, and then he plays in a musical kind of like Al Pacino does. It's just, oh, it's all over the place. And then he falls in love with Jill. It makes me want. I can't think about it anymore because it really wants me. I will seriously barf. It is the most obnoxious. It is the most obnoxious movie of all time. My number two pick is a very great movie, a very great horror movie, and I don't really love horror movies. I find them a lot cliche, very cliche. But this is directed by one of the best directors of all time, Alfred Hitchcock. Alfred Hitchcock is the best suspense director of all time, and his movies are great. This is no exception. I haven't seen a bad movie by him, and this is probably his better movie. Usually people think of Vertigo when they think of his best movie or Rear Window. No, 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 no. I mean, they're great movies. Don't get me wrong. They're still A's out of 10. They're still 9.5s out of 10. But Psycho is a different kind of animal, and the person behind it, the characters behind these things are great. They play their characters well. They play their characters great, and his most iconic Alfred Hitchcock movie of all time, and it should be. There's a reason for it. It's because it's a fantastically suspenseful movie. The actors play well. The storyline is great. Alfred Hitchcock plays up the suspense with different techniques, camera techniques that were revolutionary back then. And he actually made the movie black and white so it would make it more suspenseful and darker and kind of gritty tone to it. He did it on purpose. They had color back then, but he decided no, I didn't want to do color, and he decided to stick with the old techniques of the past. Alright, so coming in with my number two shitfest worst movies of all time is The Human Centipede. Yes, I get it. People love this movie. Some people like it a lot. I don't understand it. I never understood Saw either. It's the plot doesn't make any sense. The characters are dog shit. They're played by psychopaths. It seems like because the actor in real life seems like a kind of a weirdo. No offense to him. I'm just I'm just saying my opinion. He seems a little weird. He seems a little awkward. And he's not that great of an actor, and these girls are not that great of an actor, and it has every cliche known to possible in the movie. I'm not joking. I think I was watching with my brother, and I think I counted like at least 40 times. Stupid decisions, stupid people, stupid this, and the reason why they stopped there in the first place is stupid. The reason why he puts these things together is stupid. The reason why the movie even exists is stupid. And it's not even a great horror movie. Like, it doesn't have any suspense. You know what's going to happen every single scene because it's so cliche. You basically know what the next step is going to happen. You know what's going to happen 3 or 4 or 5 minutes down the road because it doesn't do anything besides just gore you out. The thing it wants to do is just give you gore. And people are like, oh, that's a good movie. Oh, there's gore and there's awesomeness and blah 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 blah. No, it's stupid and it doesn't make any sense. It's just gory stuff for about 2.5 hours. I don't understand why people like to watch that kind of stuff. Why do people like to watch people getting hacked up or people getting sliced up? This and that. Like Saw, I never understood the appeal for Saw. Maybe the first one. The first one wasn't that bad because it had like suspenseful and had good writing in it. This one has a girl attached to another girl's butthole attached to a guy's butthole, and they're they're eating people's poop. It's like the whole movie doesn't make any sense. The whole movie is basically a gross out fest for the audience, for those people that love these kind of stuff. All right, guys. Before I go to my next, all right, guys. Before I reveal my very favorite movie of all time, I'm gonna do some honorable mention. All right. Before I go into my number one pick, I'm gonna do some honorable mentions. My first honorable mention would be The Shining, Kubrick's 1980 movie. Fantastic movie. It still holds up today, and it has both the Stephen King-esque moments in it with Stanley Kubrick's great direction. My second honorable mention is The Godfather. It is also directed by Francis Ford Coppola, which directed Apocalypse Now, which is on my list right now. And it's a fantastic movie, and I don't even need to see more of it. You've probably already seen it, and you know how great it is. My last honorable mention might be a cliche, but Citizen Kane is one of the best movies of all time. I don't want to spoil anything. Just go and see it, and see it for yourself. Some people might call it boring, but don't listen to them because it's one of the best movies of all time. All right, for my number one best movie of all time is Dark Knight. Dark Knight is a 2008 movie. It is directed by the Christopher Nolan, a very great director, and it's basically people want to say that it is cliche to think about this, that oh it's a Batman movie, you just like it because it's Batman, you just like it because it's Joker. I don't really like Batman. Batman just never appealed to me that well. I do like Batman, I just don't love it as much as people would say. Other people would say that they loved it. They went into it like, oh, it's a Batman movie. It's a Batman movie. I went into it because Joker's fantastic. He is played by Heath Ledger, who is a fantastic actor. He's a very underrated director, even before where he was doing rom-coms and he was doing certain things like Knight's Tale. Very good director, very talented director. And I actually had, in my opinion, I had faith in Heath Ledger. Was I so gun ho about him? No. When I saw the footage of him the first time, I was sold because he sells the scene. The movie though isn't pushed by these two characters. The movie is actually really really good because it's a crime drama almost. It is the mafia has run Gotham into the ground and is kind of trying to control Gotham with corrupt politicians, corrupt cops, and corrupt this, corrupt that, and Batman's trying to go in there and stop them. Well, this crazy clown comes on the scene, and they're like, why does a crazy clown have anything to do with this? Who cares? He's just a psychopath, basically. They just dismiss him right away. And that feeds into his rage, and it feeds into his psyche because he knows he can slip under the shadows and kind of work behind the scenes, still be a great villain. And that's what he does. And there's a lot of themes in the book. People might call me pretentious or just say you're just pulling something out of your ass to make the movie feel better than it is. And I say I'm not. There's actually human elements in the film, and it's very grounded and very realistic superhero movie. One of the most realistic superhero movies of all time, and it shows that a guy crazy enough can sneak his way into the mafia, can sneak his way into certain things, and take a city and put it down to his knees, put it to a human level, and that's the reason why it's a fantastic movie, and it is the best movie of all time. So coming in with my number one pick, which is my favorite worst movie to pick on of all time because it's a pile of dog shit. It is a pile of dog shit because it is the worst movie ever to exist, and people might not think it is. A lot of people like it. I think it's dog shit. That is ABCs of Death. ABCs of Death is a movie where people get raped, where vagina eyes, with child rape, with people having sex in people's butthole or colon or wherever they have. I get it's an anthropology movie. I get there's a meaning behind all this. I'm not looking through huge piles of shit just to find that one little teeny cool little Easter egg type of meaning behind all this. It's not good. It's piled and piled of crap and this and that and weird situations. These weird ass situations and all the skits. They're just skits thrown together and just kind of like, oh here look how cool this is. There's no real plot to it. It's just one skit. It's like maybe 10 minutes. It goes to the next skit. It goes to the next skit. And they're all messed up. They're all messed. Some of them, actually, Actually, I wouldn't say they're all messed up. There's a very good amount of them that are messed up. There's some of them like Dogfight that's actually pretty cool cinematography, pretty cool ideas, pretty cool this, and it's different directors for each one, so that's why the directors and the cinematography and everything is different throughout the movie. But even that gives you a headache eventually, and it doesn't. It got to probably L, letter L, because it goes down between every alphabet, A, B, C, because it goes basically every director has one letter of the alphabet, and it's all different. And some of it's animation, some of it's this, some of it's stop motion. Some it's stupid. Do not go see it, please. Please hear my warning and do not see this movie. It is the worst movie ever to exist. I would rather watch Human Centipede once or twice than ever watch ABCs of Death, because at least Human Centipede had some fucked up moments, but it wasn't that much fucked up. The whole movie of ABCs of Death is messed up. So, what do you guys think about my opinions, my favorite movies, my least favorite movies of all time? Did you hate it? Did you love it? Are you calling me stupid? I could take it. Please comment below. Like if you liked this video, and subscribe if you want to see some more videos. So, Souley Boys Show.